What up, though? Y'all know what this is. Respect the worst if you don't respect the best. Top tier podcast. I am Ledge. Let's get right off into this, man. Before I start, though, and get into like the real topic of what I want to talk about, just going to address, I wouldn't say a controversial opinion, but an opinion nonetheless that I had that I would say I'm comfortably in the minority in, which is the judge battle proposal that I had for leagues to start implementing more. Shout out to Visuel. He was on Champion of the Year panel. He's also got his own YouTube channel. It's a battle rap boutique. He's also part of the union along with DME Detroit. Good guy. Took time to comment. And I wouldn't say he was against it. I think he was at first. But like as we progress talking in the comments to each other, I think he's seen the pros and cons of it. He came in with a lot of cons, but I think he can see the pros to it. And plus, what I was saying was, I'm not saying just something that we, I guess, just pencil in and keep and implement and just let it stay the course. I was just saying at least give it a shot, give it a try, and see what, and at the end of the year, see what it looks like. Did that have an effect on how these battle rappers prepare and how these leagues could trust certain battlers to show up? And would it matter any? Because, I feel like judge battles will just give us what we want, and it'll give the leagues what they want, which is nothing's guaranteed, but it will help give them a little more credence and a little more assurance that they're going to get somebody's best efforts at the very least. You know, choking can happen still, but I'd be more comfortable knowing that his intent was to try to come and put in work, and then something happened, as opposed to just not caring about the battle, as we've heard from last, a couple of battlers who write their rounds like last minute, the night before, and things of that nature. So yeah, that's all I was mean. I wasn't saying like, let's keep it around. It should stay. Just try it for the year. Another guy, shout out to my man, Drew, my homie. He's been like pushing the podcast, letting people hear it. He had a couple of coworkers that listened to it. I guess one guy said that, and I might be getting this wrong. I didn't write it down. I don't know it's verbatim, but he was just saying something to the effect that, I believe it'll be bad because the fans wouldn't be as vested as much because they like having the controversy of who won and who lost. To something like that extent, just, saying that, it leaves a little mystery, people tune in more. But I think that's less important now that it's on pay-per-view and you can purchase the battle and watch it on demand as opposed to waiting for it. I think that I see where he was going with it, but I think that matters not. But it's a big thing, man. A lot of people have reached out to me. Not a lot. That's a lie. A nice amount of people have reached out to me talking about my opinion on having judge battles. Few people agree. Few people, like I said, Visuel, he's seen the pros and cons to it. Some people just flat out agree, and that's fine. But it just sparks a debate and just trying to bring new energy, new life back into the game. Because, we had a really good year last year, and I don't want, leagues and league owners just to become complacent. I guess that was my whole thing. Off of that, let's get into what I'm really doing this episode for. Is Bullpen Battle League, man. John and Don got a really good card coming up January 31st. It's a kickoff event, and he got some names. He got his own killers, his own gunners on there too. So he ain't just relying on the names, which is good. I like to see that mixture of some names against, your own in-house guys that you trust to do the work and put on for your league. And man, six battles in total. But there's some headliners on here. I'm gonna start with Tay Rock versus Bad News. Shout out to Bad News. Glad to see that he's healthy first and foremost. Heard about the incident, what happened to him. Glad he's he's feeling able enough to even want to compete, let alone, compete against Tay-Rock. So hats off to him. If you know about Bad News, you know that, he's a high impact battler. What I mean is he got those moments that are just, some game, like he'll have a haymaker that's kind of game changing, a line that's game changing, where if his round was just, solid throughout, that line, that bar, and the way he delivers it might sway you to give him that round in a very close battle. That's the type of battler he is. And, man, I think your first bounce back of the year in 2019 to go against Tay-Rock, who by and large has taken the criticism of what happened to him last year. A lot of people, including myself, said it was a down year for him. And obviously, if you've seen his voiceover of the Soulja Boy clip, with the Tiger, everybody's been using that. It's pretty much done now. But yeah, Tay-Rock used that to just poke fun at what was going on. And that's good. Shows he's a good sport. He's always been a great competitor. So I think he's going to try to make a statement in this battle, because Bad News is not like a guy who's under the radar. Like, he's one of Bullpen's elites. Like you go through Bullpen, you want to tackle and square up against some of the best. Bad News is in that class. Is one of the best over there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I can't call it right now. You know what? Yeah, I can. I'm gonna go with Rock. I'm gonna put my faith that Rock is ready for this. I'm gonna go Rock 2-1. I think Bad News is gonna be excellent though. I think it's gonna be a really good battle, man. This could be, I wouldn't say classic because I don't throw that term around like loosely, but I think it'd be like a really, really good battle. It can be, if I can give you like what's a really good battle that's not a classic but a really good battle to me, like it could be maybe like a Danny versus K-Shine. Like, that was a really good battle. It's not a classic. You won't put it in that regard, but there was no slip ups. It was intense, and they was barking, and they was like every round somebody said something dope pretty much. It can be on that level. I think it'd be that level of a battle. Speaking of K-Shine, K-Shine is on this card too, man. K-Shine, my vote for champion of the year from last year. That's neither here nor there. I already went into that. You want to see my opinion on who should have won and things like that. I got a champion of the year, my take episode, my take on it. Look it up. Look through all my shit, actually, please. That'll be a big help getting the podcast moving. But yeah, he's going against C Money, who is really dope. Really, really dope to me. I look forward to his battles. If you haven't seen him, if you're not really familiar with Bullpen Battle League, then just look him up at Bullpen Battle League. He has a nice amount of battles on there. If you already watch Bullpen, then you know him. I know he's from Texas. I want to say Houston, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, he's good. What I like about him is he's got just, I wouldn't say everything, but he's got a nice mixture of I guess ways to attack you. So he got movie references, sports references. He can talk that street life to you. Look, he can be kind of fun. Like, he got a strong Southern accent and draw. So some things that he says that he's not trying to be funny, it can come off funny. And then he can be like, he's really good, man. Like, he's really good. I remember his battle maybe a couple months ago, I want to say, against, was it Flames? No, that might have been last year. He went against Clone, and that was a really good battle. Clone is really good, and I had C Money winning that battle 2-1. I had him losing the Flames 2-1, but he's been good, man. And K-Shine is in for it, really in for it, man. So that should be a goodie. I'm looking for K-Shine to really just keep his consistency that he's been having over the past year or so. I think not joining, but forming NWX, being around DNA helped him gain that consistency. Because DNA, I always say, is in my top 4 or 5 of most consistent. So I think partnering up with DNA helped him gain that in a sense. Whereas DNA might have gained better stage presence and a performance based, characteristics by hanging with K-Shine. Like, I felt like it was a mutual partnership. They both gained from each other in that sense. So if I had to choose, I'm gonna go with K-Shine in that one. I'm gonna go with K-Shine. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm going against the bullpen, guys. I feel like I'm just dogging him, but I really respect C-Money's pen and what he's doing. But I think K-Shine's just a little too seasoned, and I think he's gonna get that 2-1. Not clear, but comfortable enough. Another big battle. Big, like, Bullpen, I see you. Bullpen over BS, I see you. All right. Briz Rothstein versus Loso. And I don't know if this was tailor made that way. Loso, just like I said, I don't know if the whole rhyme zone stuff was like some controversial stuff. He get the spark up to throw his opponent off because he knew this battle was coming. If so, then that's genius. Like, make him focus on that instead of coming with, the same Christian material and try to attack you from that angle so you can hit him with, I don't know, maybe it was a game plan. But Loso versus Briz is interesting. It's a little, I wouldn't say random, but I probably would have never thought to pair these two together. Briz is a showman. He does have bars. He is entertaining. He's very active and very engaging. Like, even if he's not saying anything, you're still hanging on to his words because there's potential for him to say something. If that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Whereas Loso is very strategic. He conveys his message very well. I like his pace. Pace is a big thing to me, like pacing, like knowing when to speed up, knowing when to slow it down, the rhythm, all of that, like just the way the way you say things and the way you structure your rounds in order for you to say it in a certain way just matters to me. And Loso is very seasoned in that regard, even though he's not new, but he's like a few years in of really being notable. So I actually think Loso is going to win this. I just don't think Briz is that type that can break down Loso the way he needs to be broken down. And I don't know, it's not really a sensible battle for me in the sense that, he just went against a Cave Gang member who kind of like hit him with all the angles you could hit him with. Like, I just feel like it's too soon for another Cave member to be going against Loso. I think Loso will have more to say to Briz than Briz have to say to him. So I got Loso pretty comfortably in that battle, 2-1. Then we got Suge versus D Flames. I brought up D Flames, seen him get C-Money and seen him a couple of times. He's really good. I had him beating C-Money, I said. I think this could be, I wouldn't say a coming out party, but this could be maybe the upset over Suge. I'm sorry, Suge. I hope Suge don't go crazy on me on Twitter. But if he does, it's all good. I just don't think Suge is going to be up for this battle. Like, I don't think this is a battle he's coming to, I wouldn't say he's coming to collect a check, but I think he just off the strength of him fucking with John fucking with the league. Like, he was on there, he battled Bad News in a really good battle. I just think he just fucks with the league and he's just doing a favor right now. So Suge is probably much more focused on this battle ahead with Rum Nitty on Smack Volume 4. And I think this is kind of like a tune-up, kind of like when Verb just did against Gage, or his battle versus Pat Stay. Pat Stay is elite, like really elite. Knowing you got Mook on the horizon, how much are you going to really put into that battle versus Pat Stay before you go against Mook? I guess is what I'm saying. So there's no shots there, but yeah, man, I got D Flames with the upset over Suge. I think D Flames has enough material. I think he's seasoned enough. He's been around for a minute. And I think if anybody is going to have, like, Loso beating Briz wouldn't be a shock to anybody, I don't think. Bad News beating Rock, not really a shock, but I think the majority will go with Rock. C Money beating Shine would be a hell of an upset, but I don't got that. So I think the biggest upset that can actually happen that's actually logical and makes sense would be D Flames over Suge. So I got that going down. That's all this, man. Plus 2 more battles. I know Moon is on the card too. Going against somebody named Super Black, I believe, or something like that. Sorry, I don't have all the material in front of me. I'm just freestyling. It's all first verse. Yeah, so that should be an interesting battle. And that should really make it for like a really dope card. It's pretty complete. It's not like a big drop off. There's a name or interesting, MC from Bullpen in basically every matchup. So John doing this thing again. It's January 31st. Kicking it off, man. Super Bowl weekend, man. This is gonna be special, man. This is gonna be special. I'm looking forward to it. RBE announced, moving over to RBE, announced that Young Ill won't be facing Ill Will. It will be Serious Jones. Serious Jones. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like it could be a nice back and forth as far as rebuttals go. I feel like they're going to try to one up each other in that sense, so that might make it entertaining. But as far as material, I think Ill Will is probably going to... I feel like I'm not putting enough respect on Serious' name, but I got to keep it real. I just think Will is just in a nice, comfortable zone right now. I thought he was going to have a little trouble. I thought him and Young Ill could have had a potentially really good battle. But I'm not mad at this. I just don't think Serious. I just think Serious just appreciates the look. You know what I'm saying? RB is really doing a thing. Him being on that card, making a return. I don't think he has anything really potent to say to Will. But I do think it's going to be an interesting battle. It's another high risk, high reward battle. I put it in the same breath as Calico versus Big K. If it hits, if it lands, it could be something really good, or it could be really bad. I don't think there's going to be no in between where we're like, it's a pretty good battle. I think it's going to be either bad or it's a really good, successful battle. All in all, either way you slice it, I got Ill Will winning pretty clearly. I almost want to say 3-0, but Serious a legend. He'll probably find a way to maybe make it a debatable first round and then kind of just fade out. Now he won't be able to last against Will. Will's just as versatile, funny too, but much more aggressive. And in at RBE, in that crowd, they like a little, some little aggression with their shit. So yeah, man, Ill Will versus Serious. Another matchup on this card that I don't want anybody to overlook. And I'm not just saying this because I rock with dude, but it's going to be VOD only, on demand only. Mr. Mills versus Rosenberg Raw. And I'm looking forward to this. Obviously, everybody knows PA's on Raw. Rosenberg, he was one of the guys in the PGs going against, I seen him remember going against JC in the D. Really good battle. Went against QP, Proving Grounds. He's made some big steps and big strides in his early part of his career. I remember the whole see what they do for views. What he said to Big K. That was a moment. That was a really quotable line back then. But Mr. Mills is a different beast, man. Complete package rapper, man. He really does this. And I don't really know too many battle rappers. I don't know any. I wouldn't say I know him personally, but you know, if you were around for the Facebook group era of battle rap, when blog like forums and group posting was big in battle rap, I would say like 5, 6, 7 years ago, then you know you was there from the beginning. Like when it was really it's kind of underground now, but more people know about battle raps. Tons of celebs have publicly, you know, made it known that they rock with battle rap. Kind of when battle rap was just coming back, when URL and Grime Time was just getting their bearings, people didn't want to like say they was messing with battle rap, like big time artists and stuff. So Facebook groups for the like cult, like fans, the core fans, we was all in those groups, man. And Mr. Mills was a guy who would participate in what we call text battling on Facebook. You know, I tried a few times. I was trash. But he was doing it. And then he graduated from text battling to like YouTube battles where you film from your crib, somebody films from their crib, y'all go against each other. Then he got a break. I want to say on Spit That Heat, I'm not entirely sure. And man, he just progressed, and he's been going against big names. Now, I even asked before in the group that he was in, like, why doesn't he get the looks that some of these other younger or just cats who've been around recently but don't have his resume? If you look at his resume, it's pretty stellar. It's pretty stout. Like, I mean, you talking about JC and Verb. Like, if you were good enough for JC and Verb to box with you in the ring, and you make it competitive and you make it debatable, I think you deserve more looks than the looks he was getting. But this is his chance. I'm going with him, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, but it's not just because like I've seen his progression. I think he's dope. I just think he's just a little more well-rounded than Raw. So we'll see, man. Another thing, man, poll I put out, it should be already floating around. Who got the better roster, RBE or Bullpen? Let y'all decide that. And I'm talking about their actual roster, like the guys who rep the league, not guys that they bring in, like, you know. So you think RBE, I'm talking like, you know what I'm saying, show off, you know, gyms, you know, that's RBE people, like, you know what I'm saying? Bullpen, Low Soul, Bad News, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. You guys check out the poll. It will be on Twitter. Follow me, please, at Podtier, PODTIER. I'm recording this a couple hours before the AFC and NFC championship games come on. So this will be dropping sometime, maybe Monday evening, probably. We'll see. Or maybe Monday morning. Depends. But yeah, so I'm really curious to see what you guys think about that. RBE versus Bullpen. If they threw they top gunners against each other, who would come out on top? You guys let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. The notification bell means a lot. I'm on YouTube, Top Tier Podcast. Appreciate you. As always, thanks for tuning in. All right. Keep it battle rap. Love. Yo. Want to talk to you real fast about Anchor, all right? Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. That's pretty dope, right? All you have to do is go to anchor.fm/start. Once again, that is anchor.fm/start. You'll get acclimated. Look, man, on here, there's podcasts for literally everything. Food, movies, entertainment, health, fitness, you name it, they got it. So why don't you come on in, grab a seat, and start podcasting soon.